We don't want men to approach us. You're right. We don't want you coming up to us, telling us how beautiful we are and how interested you are in us. We absolutely don't want it. That's not true. On my last video, ladies, we have men over there saying that we don't want compliments from them and we don't want them to come up to us and initiate conversation or ask us out on dates or any of that. I don't think that that's true. Maybe you do, but I don't. I think we should create a list under this video that helps men understand the ways in which we would like for them to approach us and express their interest in us. Because I don't think we've ever said, don't come and talk to us. I think we said some of the ways that you do it are an immediate turnoff.
See how they're becoming desperate. They want to create a playbook on how men should approach women. Ain't that the funniest thing you will hear today? Anyways, just wanted to give a massive thank you to the massive support from you guys over the past few weeks. Enough talking and let's get back to the video.
I had a guy come up to me the other night at a party and be like, "Hey, I think you're really pretty. I just wanted to introduce myself. What's your name?" And he was like, "Can I please have your phone number?" And he was really nice and approached me in a very calm, gentle, sweet way. But like, it got me thinking of how scary it must be to be a guy and to have to go up to girls. Like, if I was a guy, you would never catch me doing that. Like, probably ever. I don't think I would ever do it. I think if I were a guy, I would have to approach with like a funny joke or like a funny comment about something, because there is no way you would see me going up to a girl and being like, "Hi, I think you're really pretty. What's your phone number?" Like, that is so nerve-wracking. So if you're a guy listening to this out there that approaches women, not in a creepy way, but like, you know, nicely says like, "Hey, what's your name? I just wanted to say you're really pretty." Kudos to you, because that must be terrifying.
Never go for the man who approaches you. If he's approaching you in public, you don't want that one. That is not a compliment. I mean, it's nice, it's lovely, he's approached you, but that's not the compliment. That type of guy, he's approaching everybody. He's in his hunter mentality. He's hunting you. That's what they do. Women, we're the choosers. We choose what we want. You need to make your selection. You don't wait on him to choose you. That is the opposite of what you want if you want a really good long-term relationship, okay?
I think it's a little bit weird when like men be like, "Oh, I don't want to approach the girl because I don't want her to think I'm weird or creepy. Men can't approach women anymore. The Me Too movement ruined it." But it's like, do y'all not, like, it really just shows that before they were being like weird. Like, do you not know how to approach a woman? Not even a woman, just a person. Like, you don't have to be weird and creepy. You can just be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And then take the hint and leave if they don't like it. Like, you can still approach people. It's just the fact that you guys do it very weirdly. On top of that, like, the approach will be good and then you'll get rejected. And then it's like, it's met with violence, like verbal violence. Like, "Oh, now I'm fat. Now I'm a slut because I don't want to be with you." Or like, "I don't want to talk to you, or I don't want to drink this drink that you just handed me." Like, it's not a slippery slope. It's like, what the hell? And that's why y'all don't get no bitches now, because you're not approaching women. Like, you can still approach a woman, just don't be weird. Like, that's not hard to do.
So I just got followed by a man for multiple blocks and eventually had to, in the middle of the park, get up and scream multiple times, "Can somebody help me? This man is following me." Because no matter how much I walked and how much I moved, he kept trying to fucking follow me and harass me. So just another day. I literally had to scream at the top of my lungs multiple times for somebody to come and help me. And you know who the first person was to come help? A woman.
Men are really making it easy for women to be okay to die alone. Like, literally. I was literally at the fucking gas station and this man just kept staring at me. And I saw him. He was handsome, cute, put together, but he just kept staring. And so he left the line, went outside and stood by his car. He pumped his gas. I came out. I was like, okay, maybe he's gonna speak. I walked by his car because I had to walk by his car to get to my car. This man said, "Hey, yo, you got a name." Everybody has a fucking name. You mean to tell me you can't say, "Hey, I saw you standing there. I think you're beautiful. My name is so-and-so. What is yours?" What happened to men being able to hold a fucking conversation or just approach you properly? Even if I did not want to give you my number, I still would have held a conversation and been polite about it. But when he said, "Hey, yo, you got a name?" I said, "Nope," and kept fucking walking. I miss the days where men actually approached you in public and knew what the fuck to say. I feel like all the movies like The Wood, How to Be a Player, even that shit taught you how to fucking approach somebody. I mean, Brothers, at least those movies taught y'all how to have fucking game. Men have lost game in 2026. The internet has ruined y'all game. Y'all don't even know how to approach a woman in public. I don't remember the last time I was approached in public by a man and he had a full sentence. Like, hi, my name is so-and-so. I saw you standing there. I think you're beautiful. What is your name? That is so simple. Why the fuck can't y'all do that?
Nothing pisses me off more than the women who get on this app and say some dumb shit like, why did women fight for the right to work? Why did women fight for the right to work? I don't want to work. I want to marry rich and I just want to go to Pilates and drink a matcha all day. Girl, they fought for that right so that your husband can't beat the fuck out of you. They fought for that right so your husband can't just go cheat on you, give you STDs, and you say, thank you, sir. Can I please have my food allowance this week? Please do not starve me. Like, that is why they fought for that fucking right. So you have the right to survive independently of a man. That's why. It's a great privilege to have. Look at the way the women are treated in countries where they don't have the right to work, where they're completely financially dependent on men. Do you want to switch lives with them? Do you want to trade places with them? No? Be fucking grateful. Shut the fuck up.
Can anybody tell me what you're supposed to do when a guy likes your story? Like, am I supposed to DM them or something? And like, I feel like I'm the girl, like I should not be making the first move like this. And I just is that them shooting their shot? Because if it is, that's awful. My dad and my mom, they met when they were like 15 and they lived across the street from one another. So my dad would like flash the lights on and off whenever he wanted to talk to my mom, and they would go up on the roof and like call each other, but like they would be able to like kind of like see each other. And like now like guys are sitting here liking my story, expecting me to do something. And I'm expected to find a boyfriend or husband. It's not gonna happen. Like, all hope is so genuinely lost. The plot is lost. Faith is gone. Like, I'm fine with being single, but for the rest of my life, that's...
Sydney boys, I just have one question for you. What are you all doing on night outs? Because I went to a gig today, and in line, I heard this same conversation from girls in different age groups being like, I'm better off without him, he couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. And I'm like, surely it can't be this bad, right? I walk into the gig, I'm with my friends for half of it, then they leave. And I'm like, I'm gonna stay. We're gonna run some tests. I move around different spots, not on my phone, making eye contact. Hell, I even smile at a man, okay? And what do I get? Nothing. Nada. No meet cute. And it baffles me because Sydney has some really attractive women. Guys, please, for the love of future generations, grow a pair of balls and just come say hello.
Why are men scared of women? Like, I know we can be pretty, I don't even know, like just weird and kind of scary to approach because our reactions are super like sort of insane. But what's like the real cause that men are scared of women? Like, shouldn't it be the other way around?
Guys don't want to approach women anymore, and with good reason. You see all this stuff online. Men aren't taking no for an answer, and women are saying they're afraid of guys. They're creepy when they just come up to them. And so men are like, I don't want to be lumped up as a creep, so I'm going to stop walking up to women asking for their number. You see women saying, why don't men approach us anymore? Well, I think the real issue is women are asking, why don't the men I find attractive coming up to me? Because let's be honest, if she doesn't find him attractive, she is not interested in him coming up to her. She wants the guy she likes to talk to her. So the ball is in the women's court. Ladies, if you see a guy you like, you might have to go up to him. Just show that you're open to communication. Ask for the time, directions, a recommendation of a book if you're in a bookstore. Just to let him know that you're open, and maybe that'll encourage him to talk to you. Because let's be honest, you don't want every guy to talk to you. Just your type. What do you guys think?
Okay, let's talk about Australian men. This is my opinion only. Before I moved here, I was convinced that Australian men were going to be super extroverted, super charming, always wanting to chat to you, very open. But then when I moved here, I noticed that they don't approach women. Like, unless they have friends of friends that introduce you to them, they wouldn't talk to you. They wouldn't come over and say hi and introduce themselves, but they would do this. Like this with the eye. See the eye? Just not even turning the... This is my opinion only. I am running a survey for my own interest. I want to know why. Like, I don't have any Aussie friends, I believe that maybe they're scared to come across as creepy or invasive, but it's super strange to see. It's so weird, girl. Like, yeah.
Okay, so if men don't approach women anymore, then how to tell if a guy wants to be approached by a girl? Do you guys give out like little signals, or you just make eye contact, or you just stare at people? Like, what do you do? Let me know in comments.
Stop telling me to go meet someone in the wild when I go in the wild and someone will be staring at me the whole entire night and won't come say hi. How many more times is that going to happen? How many more times am I going to be in the bar, playing pool, at the coffee shop, on a walk, and I will be staring down another person who is staring me down, smiling across the table, whatever, and you don't come say hi? Oh my gosh. What am I meant to do, you guys? Am I gonna have, like, we always have to make the first move or something? Because, like, oh my gosh.
This is so sad. You'd rather risk not ruining someone's night, but what if you made their night? Single men are not going up to women because you're too scared you're gonna ruin her night. Are you a serial killer? You're gonna make her night by going up to her in real life.
Ladies, it's a women's world and men are just living in it. Why are they playing Cheetah Girls at the bar? Cheetah Girls. When I showed up to this bar, why was the bartender singing I'm a Slave for You by Britney Spears? Didn't know that I was listening. I heard I'm a slave. I was like, oh, get it, Roger. And Shakira started playing. Why were the guys at the bar singing to Shakira? Like I said, it's a women's world and men are just living in it.
This is for all the straight single men, specifically in Sydney. Where are you? No, seriously. If you're not on the dating apps, where are you? Like, where do you go to meet women? Where are you? Because all my single girlfriends cannot seem to meet single guys. Like, where are you hiding out? I've gone to bars. I've gone to churches, clubs. I've joined sporting events. I still can't meet single guys. Every guy I have met in Sydney is in a relationship. I don't understand it. With all the people in the city, where are the single guys? Have you just given up? Do you just not go out? Do you just rather prefer male company? Are you just working to survive Sydney? Like, please comment below and tell me, where do you go out? Like, specifically, is there a bar? Is there an area? Is there a club? I need to know, because it is just getting so frustrating sitting on a dating app swiping. I want to meet people in the real world. So comment below, where in Sydney? Where are you? Where are you hiding? Where do you go out? Where do you meet?
I have a question. If men are no longer coming up to women, if men are no longer reaching out from friends of a friend to find a wife, how are we supposed to be getting married? Through dating apps. And yes, I use dating apps like In Pairs. We love them. But what happened to the times where a man used to see you at the masjid and be like, yo, who is that sister? Let me go ask someone to ask someone to ask somebody if she's single, and if she is, let me talk to her mahram. Like, what happened to those days? What happened to them? What happened to them? I have started to realize that women are now the ones that do that. When I was in Korea, I witnessed it, a woman seeing a man that she thought was very attractive and her asking someone to ask somebody to see if he was single. And when she found out he was, she was like, oh my gosh, please give him my number. I have found that women are now taking that approach, that more forefront approach, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Personally, I'm very pretty princess. You're gonna talk to me. I would never go up and talk to a man. No, we're not doing that. So it's like, why do men no longer do it? Tell me, I'm just so curious. And it's like, you can't say rejection. Rejection happens in all aspects of your life. That shouldn't stop you from taking a chance. You never know. I could be the one for you. Just come and have a talk.
This is how I know this is a failing society. I was taking the bus the other day, and usually when I get on the bus, I go straight to the back. I like the elevated surface. I like a window seat. I don't bother with the front seats. I don't want to deal with it. Too much going on. But the bus is pretty packed already, and the only seat available was one of the ones in the front, the handicapped and the elderly seats, okay? But it was like after school hours, so there was like a lot of young kids, and there were 5 young men sitting down, 3 seats on that side, 3 seats on this side, 1 seat missing. So I sat in the middle of these 2 dudes, okay? You get the picture now? I'm listening to my music and minding my business. The next stop, guess who gets on? This old black lady with a cane and her friend who was able-bodied, okay? And none of these boys get up. They don't even look up. They don't give a fuck. So I'm sitting there and I'm brutally aware of what's going on around me at all times, okay? So obviously I can't say that I didn't notice. I noticed. I always notice. And her friend is looking me dead in the eye. Like it's my own grandmother. Like she baked me cookies last week and I owe her a favor. Like, and I'm looking at her like, it shouldn't be me. Why does it have to be me? Like, something is seriously wrong. These are the end of times.
Can 2026 please be the year that guys go up and talk to women in public again? Like, I know there's guys out there that do this, but not enough. There's not enough, because guys who just sit and stare at you from across the room, they just keep making eye contact with you, and you just make eye contact back and forth. Like, please, just go say hello. Just go say hello. It's really not that hard. If she's making eye contact back with you, like if you guys are making eye contact back and forth several times, she wants you to come say hello, okay? If you look at a girl, you find her attractive, and you never see her looking at you again, she probably doesn't want to talk to you, okay? Or she has a boyfriend, whatever. But if she keeps making eye contact with you, that is your sign to go up and say hello. And it is so much more attractive when a guy takes initiative. It shows so much confidence. So what? You shoot your shot and you miss? You're gonna miss regardless if you don't go say hello. It's so silly to me. This happens all the time. And twice in the past week, I've had scenarios like this, totally opposites. Last Saturday, me and this guy, he sat across from me at this restaurant we were at, and we made eye contact a few times. I get up, we go to the bathroom, we're about to leave. We're washing our hands outside the bathroom. He comes over, says hello, we talk, blah, 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 whatever. I'm like, thank you. Like, thank you for coming to make a move and say hello. This morning, I was at the gym, and this guy, one of my guy friends at the gym, texts us, and he's like, you guys have an admirer? And I was like, what? And he's like, this guy is like, will you please talk to them for me? Like, see if like whatever. And he's like, no, these girls are cool. Like, they don't want some punk guy who's not going to come say hello. I'm like, thank you. Like, no, girls don't want a guy who's not going to take initiative. Like, girls want guys who are confident. So even if you aren't confident, you should shoot your shot regardless, because you're going to look so much better and have so much better of a chance if you just shoot your shot.
What happened to men pursuing girls? When was the pivotal moment that a man chose to not go after a girl anymore or put in any effort? It seems like guys can just put the bare minimum and not even really put in effort anymore. They don't really care to. Or they're like, why don't girls just go and make the first move and make the effort? When did it become a thing? Now it's like role reversal, where they expect girls to be making the first moves, yearning for a guy and chasing him. That is, I feel like, the downfall of why it's so hard to meet someone, because men don't put in effort anymore, don't care to put in effort. And a relationship won't work unless the guy likes the girl just a tiny little bit more. He has to like her just the tiniest bit more for it to work in the long haul. So it would make sense if a guy really wanted to get to know you, that he would go leaps and bounds to get to know you. And when did that shift? Because back in my mom's era, if a guy wanted to take you out on a date, he had to go up to you, he had to get your number, he had to go through lengths to try to talk to you, even if you weren't interested at first. How my parents met? They met at a bar, and my dad asked for my mom to dance, and my mom was like, get out of here. She wanted nothing to do with him. If he had just left and listened to her, they would have never gone married, they would have never had kids. But he was persistent. He wanted to take her out on a date so badly. He was like, what do I have to do to take you out on a date? She was working late their first date, so he went to her work, picked her up, prepped a dinner, took her to a park, just planned the whole thing. He wrote her poetry. He was yearning. How my aunt and my uncle met. My aunt was a dancer on a cruise ship, and he was the photographer. And he was persistent. She overheard him one night saying to his buddy, he was like, I'm gonna marry that girl. He had just met her. And now they're married and they have 2 kids together. I don't hear anything like that now. Now we're praising eye contact. Now we're praising if a guy held a door open to us and smiled. That is what we're praising. It feels so backwards. I just wonder when it shifted, because I feel like that is the whole downfall of why it's so hard to meet someone now, because men just don't care anymore.
So men don't approach women anymore because they're often referred to as creeps and they're scared of rejection. It's something that I hear a lot of. And I wanted to personally speak to this because I have a lot to say, because I am the biggest supporter of men being men and men pursuing women. Okay, so I'll preface this by saying that. But the problem is, a lot of men pursue women knowing that that woman is not interested in them. And therefore it leads to this negative culture with it. I could speak from my personal experience. I am a very respectful person. For the most part, any person that has ever approached me, tried to pursue me, that I knew I was not interested in, that person did not leave thinking about, oh, I've been rejected, what a terrible experience, they were never felt like a creep, none of that. However, I cannot tell you how many times I had been diplomatic or respectful about the decline, and it has led me to being borderline harassed. Whatever the reason may be at the time that I had rejected these people, I have heard things along the lines of not caring that I was in a relationship, or insinuating that my relationship is not going to work out or not serious. I have been told, don't worry, I like guys, so don't worry about it. Like, it was just clearly a lie. I've been told so many things under the sun. I've had people follow me. I've had people grab me, like, while walking to stop me. I've had a man grab me, right? So this is where you start to have this negative perception about this idea of being approached. And so the issue lies in the fact of men being able to decipher when a woman is genuinely interested, especially when that woman is very, very clear with her intentions. When someone says, I'm not interested, I'm not available, no, anything alluding to the fact of no or not interested needs to be taken with, thank you, have a nice day. And that's how we create respectful encounters with approaches. And that's all it takes. And I think it's just certain people that overdo it and give a negative kind of perception of it, based on the fact that they have no idea how to read social cues, or they just don't care to, and that's a huge problem. And that's my 2 cents.